nothing?
I know. I feel good, like fresh off of a shrimp coma. Had no idea it could even happen.
No, it's a lot of shrimp.
So much shrimp. I realized I'd never bought out on shrimp before.
The only time I ever did was in college after like a lacrosse tailgate. Like one of the parents brought like the shrimp platter and it didn't get eaten, and we took it back to our place, and we ate so much shrimp. But it was like, it wasn't the big shrimp like that. That's like the real shrimp. That was like the little shrimps.
It is. I mean, it's just like one of those. I thought shrimp was one of those things that you could eat endlessly.
Like sushi.
Sushi's not one of those things. I thought shrimp
like
was
oranges?
unique. Yeah. Well, I mean grapes. Let's say grapes, right? I thought shrimps were like the grapes of the sea. You know, because like in all my time of growing up and seeing people eat a bunch of things, I've never seen somebody say, "Hey, I ate too much shrimp."
No.
Never in my life.
No.
I had no clue that you could even be in a shrimp coma.
And you did it.
I did it.
That's an accomplishment in life. You're balling.
I am.
You're living
I'm
a good
balling.
life.
I'm living a good life. Shout out to Sean Dowdy.
Yeah, Sean.
What up? Shout out to one of the dogs coming through to, I just did a comedy show recently. It's back.
That feel good.
Comedy is back.
Yeah.
Of course it felt good. I went straight into a shrimp coma afterwards. That's how you know it was good.
Yeah.
It was awesome. But yeah, it was in New Jersey, Homedale, New Jersey at Bellworks Laboratory.
At a laboratory?
Well, it's Bellworks. It's the original Bell Lucent Technologies building from 1958. I asked some questions.
Yeah, you got some info here.
Yeah, because I went into the building.
Bell, like the telephone company, Bell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just like Bell Technologies.
Okay.
And they have their roof is the original.
It's on fire. Sorry.
They have the original roof from 1958.
What's so special about the roof?
Because it was the first ever solar panels in the history of America.
Really?
I think maybe in the history of the world. It's the first solar panels in a building. Bellworks.
1950, huh?
Homedale, 1958, Homedale, New Jersey. And the solar panels are clear. So sunlight actually still comes through it. And lights it up.
Fantastic.
Dude, 1958, we were so far ahead of our time. Like, I didn't even know, solar panels don't even do that now.
No.
You know, that's wild. Like, the fact that they were able to incorporate, to be able to have solar panels and still have natural light come through is insane.
Yeah, what a cool house you'd have if you had solar panels and the light came through.
Yeah. Except
when you, like, wanted to sleep in the morning. But other than that, so cool.
Yeah, the only problem is that it didn't necessarily, like, the way that they do solar panels now, they're able to store more electricity. Produce more electricity out of it. Because originally when the building was created, the solar panels were responsible for 25% of the energy in the building.
Yeah.
Now in 2020, the solar panels are responsible for 5% of the energy in the building.
Yeah. We use a lot more energy nowadays.
Yeah.
We didn't have computers in 1958.
I'm just really impressed with the fact that I asked questions and I got answers.
You got a lot of cool information.
I did.
Maybe when we get this new particles, elements from the moon, we can have solar panels that are clear.
Sick solar panels.
They'll have like shading in them, like you'll be able to clear and like cloudy them.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick. I can't wait till the advancement in solar panels, but that's not what we're here for, people. I did comedy last night. I did stand-up comedy last night. On a giant, like, 2-story screen, too.
I mean,
that's where I belong. That's where I belong.
You felt all comfortable?
I did. It was like, I was at a drive-in in Homedale, New Jersey, and I didn't really understand how it was going to play out before I got there.
Yeah.
I thought we were just going to be standing where the screen would typically be.
Yeah.
And then people were going to be watching us do stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
But we were standing on a stage, and there was a live feed camera pointing at us, projecting us on the big screen.
The big
throughout the show, like the movie screen.
Yeah.
It's like, God damn, look how big and handsome I am.
Good thing I told you to take care of your nose hairs.
You know what? I thought you were being a little shallow. And I was like, well, why would I mean, it's
I felt the need to tell you.
You know, and I did. I shaved my mustache down, so like the nose hairs were prominent.
Not connected.
Yeah, you say not connected.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's funny because when I did shave, before I shaved my mustache, I thought that my mustache was growing so big that it was like tickling the hair in the noses.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
No.
they were meeting.
Yeah, those hairs are so long they're part of your mustache.
Yeah, they were competing for territory. It wasn't becoming part. They were fighting for dominance on my face to see who got the belong. Like it was either I was gonna have a mustache either way. But no, that was good advice. I'm glad that I did that. I'm glad that I shaved my nose hairs because that was the perfect thing to do for that exact situation. And yeah, man, the dogs came out.
Nice.
Exciting.
Nice.
Brought gifts of seafood.
It's amazing.
Because Sean works at a seafood distributor that distributes the best seafood in the land.
Great shrimp.
Great shrimp. Will put you right on your ass. Yeah, it's shrimp so good that you will, for the first time in your life, eat too much shrimp.
Yeah.
Like, good lord, and the crab cakes.
It's so good.
Oh my god, the crab cakes. I'm still tasting them. But yeah, what a wild night.
Nice.
What a wild night. So I have a ridiculous story that starts at the show and continues into a truck stop. Right?
Uh-oh, Sydney.
Yeah.
You have a family.
I do have a family, right? It's that kind of story.
Uh-oh.
So also, it's going to be a little crass, right? Because it revolves around me having to take emergency shits, right?
That was in plural.
Yeah, it was plural. I took plural shits in that building. It was back to back. So I ate too much ice cream. Let's start there. I'm not even going to pretend like I'm not the guy that eats too much of stuff.
Obviously. You ate too much shrimp.
You put something delicious in front of me, I will eat too much of it. That's just how I get down. It's tattooed on my back. Everybody knows that about me, right? So, and it was also, too, I was excited because I was, performing stand-up comedy in this new environment, in this new era. I had a lot of adrenaline pumping all day. Now, normally in the course of a day, I can't eat ice cream before a show because ice cream tends to tear my stomach up. But I do have this thing where if I have a lot of adrenaline and excitement going, I can get away with doing a lot of the things in the course of a day that would normally knock me off course for that day because the adrenaline just burns it up, right? So that's what I was banking.
That was the ice cream that you ate was ice cream in this house?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. But it wasn't just the fact that I was eating it that day. I did too much ice cream 2 days in a row. It's not a good look. Not for my stomach, right? I can't handle that. So, do this show. Show goes over amazingly. I'm hosting the show, which is awesome in one sense because I get to keep coming up. And as I introduce comedians, I get to make a joke beforehand, a joke after. So people were seeing me make more jokes throughout the night than everybody else. So that's the one cool thing about it. The thing that sucks about hosting a show like that is because they tell us that we have to be PG-13, and the only person that really has to be PG-13 is the host, and then everybody else gets to, push those boundaries.
Yeah.
And so I'm like watching people do comedy the way I wanted to do comedy the whole entire time.
Yeah.
But then they get to watch me come back up and make jokes that they couldn't keep doing.
Yeah.
So it was it was a yin and yang. I was yin and yang. I was yin yang out there.
Yeah.
So. The show gets done, talk to my man Sean, we do that seafood exchange, go talk to him, and like this whole time, I have to shit this whole entire time. You want to talk about a high level of professionalism? Because where the stage was, compared to where the building was, and it's a huge building. I mean, you need rollerblades to get around this building. It is gigantic.
Computers used to be big.
Yeah. So, and the bathroom is like halfway down the building.
Yeah. So
it's from where we're performing comedy to the bathroom is like a good 5-6 minute walk.
Yeah.
Then a good 5-6 minute walk back. We're only doing 12-minute sets. I don't have time to go to the bathroom after I bring a comedian up.
No time.
So, and it was one of those things where like my body was perfectly fine. They were like, all right, it's time to start the show. And my body was like, yeah, it is. It's time to start that show. So I had to hold that the whole entire time. Basically 12 minutes, less than an hour and a half. Because it was pretty much right after I got off my set. It was like, my stomach was like, it's go time.
Yeah.
And held it in.
Did you consider any options? Were you looking for like dark spots behind the stage, like under the stage?
Well, the only option I was considering was like running to the bathroom and having somebody else cover hosting for a split second.
Yeah.
Like that's the only option that made sense because I knew it was coming out of my butt.
Oh, okay.
And it could not be done in nature.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I don't even know how humans diarrheaed in nature before.
Lots of poison ivy. I just feel like you'd always find a poison ivy leaf to wipe your butt with.
I don't think we had diarrhea until like the 1920s.
Till we processed foods.
Yeah. I think diarrhea is a relatively new phenomenon for humans.
Because you just don't think it could happen. But animals get it.
Yeah, because of us.
That's true.
It's like
you never see like deer.
Yeah, they're not out there eating natural shit and getting diarrhea.
No, they're always pellets.
Yeah, it's like they're like, it's because animals are eating like Fancy Feast and whatever canned shit we give them and they get diarrhea.
True.
So I don't think I really believe this now. I don't think diarrhea existed until recently. I think it's a very recent phenomenon. Like the 1920s, I think that's why they were the greatest generation because they were the first people to have to deal with diarrhea, and they still were able to build the Hoover Dam.
That's why.
And think about all the shit they accomplished while dealing with diarrhea for the first time.
So people are like, we need fucking toilets.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah,
we need them everywhere. Like the Hoover Dam was just a giant toilet. It was just a flush.
Yeah.
So, oh my god, this shitting experience this was one of the most crazy nights ever, right? And it all revolved around this shitting experience. So I go to the bathroom. Again, Bell Works, state of the art building. Their bathroom doors, you just wave your hand in front of a sensor, it opens for you.
What?
We're not touching anything.
Nice.
There is no COVID being spread in Bell Works.
Except for the big shit you take. And the flush plume.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true anymore.
Plume.
I think that was like a conspiracy theory that they thought was the case because we read that article about the supercomputer telling us everything about COVID.
Yeah.
It didn't say anything about poop plumes.
No poop plumes.
No poop plumes in that. So
you'd have to get it up your nose, which if you get a poop plume up your nose, that's your face is in that toilet.
that's what a fart is.
Yeah.
A fart is a poop plume going up your nose.
That's true. That's true.
Like anytime you smell a fart, you've just been plumed.
Yeah.
So I go in to this bathroom, and I am in this bathroom so long that one of the security guards comes to check in on me.
Oh, jeez.
He comes to check in on me, and of course, like I could be doing coke, and who knows what people go to this building to be mischievous about.
Yeah.
So he comes in, and immediately when he came into the bathroom,
He got a poop plume.
he did. It was like I could feel the energy of suspicion on the other side of the door. And as soon as he stepped in, it was like, oh, he's shitting. He's
Give the man some privacy.
Yeah. So, and I'm dealing with the consequences of an ice cream situation, right? So, Felicia's waiting outside for me, and I'm like, this is forever. I finish. I'm like, I finished, but I'm pretty sure this is just the first wave. But regardless, I should probably go out and let Felicia know.
That you're still alive.
I'm alive and I'll be back. Right? So I go out there, I look around, I don't see Felicia anywhere. And I call her. And basically nobody's in the building at this time. It's just me and the security guards. And they're way down there because I'm halfway down the building. And they're looking at me. They're seeing me on the phone, and I'm trying to get in touch with Felicia. She answers the phone, she tells me she's outside waiting on a bench, and in that conversation, the body was like, good thing you didn't go too far, dude. Come back. So I turned around and went back to the bathroom. Now, if you are a security guard with another security guard, and you see this behavior from where you are, it's probably a little suspicious.
Now he's going to go do drugs.
Now he's going to do drugs, right?
Yeah.
This is the first one, he was shitting, he built up trust with us, now he's going to go back and violate all the rules of this building, right? So the other security guard, who's actually a cop, he's a badged up cop.
Yeah.
He comes later on, and then he opens the door, and immediately, oh, he's still shitting. He's shitting. Oh my God. Because he told me he was shitting. I come in, he's shitting. What is that? And it's he comes in, and he goes to the bathroom, and he goes, I was just coming in to check and see if you're okay, buddy. You okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm okay, man. Sorry about that. And he was like, oh, you know, I don't stop. I'm still shitting as we're having this conversation. He's like, no, I'm sorry. He's like kind of laughing. He's like, I'm sorry if I embarrassed you or anything. I was like, oh, don't worry, man. I grew up in locker rooms my whole entire life. I'm okay with this. Are you embarrassed? You know, like, are you okay? I'm sorry that you have to come in here and talk to me because I might, you know, because this is suspicious activity. So I'm like, are you embarrassed? I'm sorry. And he's like, oh, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, man. I had too much ice cream. I'm older than I look, and I had way too much ice cream. And he was like, yeah, it happens to the best of us, man. It happens to the best of us. And he was just like, you could hear it in his voice, like, please stop talking to me. Fucking leave this bathroom, please. I get it, you're shitting, you're a good guy, you're not a criminal, I get it, let me go. It's like, Black Lives Matter, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for my profession, sir. And, you know, he leaves. And so every time we came into that building, these two security guards were waiting at the front door. They had this ridiculous technology where when you're coming into the door, something, I don't know what it is, but something scans your temperature and lets them know on the screen your temperature.
You don't know where the scan is
I have no idea where it would be. Like, I couldn't see anywhere where it was.
They have technology that security cameras do it now.
Yeah.
So like you like plug all your shit into the like the cameras that just watch you walk in and out of the building and they read everybody.
That's clearly what it was.
Yeah.
Right, and I couldn't even find the security cameras.
Yeah.
You know, this building is crazy.
Yeah.
So
cool.
I go in, I come back out of the bathroom. I'm done now, and these two security guards are not even at their station. They don't want to make eye contact with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I even made a point to go. I wanted to go by them and thank them for checking in on me because like I could have died. I could have been like convulsing. I could have been having a diabetic shock coma.
Could have been.
You know, it could have been in a pre-shrimp coma situation. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like because I didn't eat any of the shrimp yet, but I got it and it was a lot. You know?
Yeah.
I could have been pre-shrimp coma in, right? So I wanted to thank them for that, and they weren't there. They were like, all right, let's get away. I don't
they saw you coming on the cameras. They're like, let's get out this hallway.
Here he comes. His temperature's a little higher. Get away. Let's get away. Yeah. So, all right, that's the first part.
All right.
That's the first part of the story. That really, it's really to serve the purpose to let you know the condition that I was in, the level that I was shitting. I was shitting so aggressively. Mm-hmm. That two different law enforcement officers had to come in and check on me. Like, the same one wouldn't do it twice. That's how aggressive the shit was, right? So, we get to a rest stop. Mm-hmm. Richard Stockton, shout out Dick Stockton rest stop, my favorite one. It's renovated, it's beautiful, right? Go to the rest stop. I'm in here, doing my thing, third wave, right? And this is the cleansing wave. This is the final wave. This is gonna be the final wave. And this is what my body was saving it all for. It was like, well, we're flushing you. We're flushing, right? And I go to the second to last stall. There's so many other stalls empty because it's kind of late.
Yeah.
You know, at a truck stop. All of a sudden, a couple.
Ew, no.
Comes into the stall next to me.
No.
A couple.
No.
A couple. And
like coming passionately? Like, or just like giggling, holding hands together?
Well, I couldn't see if they were holding hands to them in the stall, but they were definitely giggly up to something.
Yeah.
They both go in the stall. They're both, I'm looking down, I see 4 feet.
Yeah.
You know, they're wearing sandals, you know.
Next to you, next to you.
Sandals inside, which is like kind of a bad move.
Sandals
dude, you should be wearing a steel-toed boots next to me right now. You know, it's like, you need like galoshes or something. You're not wearing the proper footwear to be next to me in a stall right now.
I don't think you're wearing the proper footwear for a rest stop.
Period.
Yeah.
Right?
You can't, like those socks are contaminated.
Basically, they're COVID socks.
Yeah.
Those socks are super spreaders, right? For sure. So they're next to me, and I'm like, I know that this is I'm going to be on this toilet for a while. So I start watching the on YouTube, on the NBA's YouTube channel, they do 10-minute full highlights of the game. So it's like you get to watch the whole game, the whole playoff game in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not really watching them on TV right now. So that's perfect for me.
Yeah.
So as soon as I sat down, I started watching it. So it's blaring. I'm watching it full volume.
Yeah.
Because it's like I've already been conditioned for like old school, like shitting as an athlete because I had to talk to 2 jacked men.
Yeah.
While I was shitting earlier. So like I have no shame in my shit. I'm like, this is like, I just feel like I'm in my moment. You know, it's just like, yeah, it's just shitting. I'm in the locker room, no big deal. This couple pulls up next to me, and I can hear them.
Oh no.
Like, yes, I am listening to this thing on full blast, but it wasn't so loud that I could not hear what the fuck they were saying next to me.
Yeah.
Which they thought it was.
Yeah.
They thought it was too loud, and so the girl was like, "It's a." Well, I'll let you guess.
What color toes did they have? No, they had socks on.
They were socked. They were socked.
Yeah.
Right? And one was wearing like the regular sandals with socks, and one was wearing thong sandals with socks. The female was wearing thong sandals with socks, right? So I hear the girl say, "There's somebody next to us."
Yeah.
And he says, "You hear how loud that is? He can't hear us." And then she goes, "What if he can hear us?" He's like, "Listen, look how loud that is. He can't hear us."
What kind of sound system do they think is happening in this bathroom stall?
So I have to wonder how loud it was for them.
Yeah.
You know, like it must have been so loud for them that they thought
it echoey in the bathroom.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It isn't that my phone is so loud. It's just that we're in an echo chamber.
Yeah.
So, and you know, he goes, "No, we got this. We got this. We got this." He starts saying, "We got this." So then I start hearing him.
Zip.
No, he's taking the toilet paper out to make a mound on the toilet. So I'm like, are they in there to watch him shit? Like, what is this? Like, I'm not even forward thinking enough. I'm so in the shit.
Yeah,
like, I'm so
like, what are they shitting
Yeah,
about?
it's like, goodness gracious. Like, why you're shitting with a buddy system? What the hell? How many days of ice cream did you eat too much of? Lord,
Were you like, I wish I had a buddy? Here's Ansley.
It's like, man, how many days in a row would I have to fuck up ice cream for Ansley to be like, I'm coming with you? We don't know how this is gonna go. I'm coming with you. And so it's like, you know, I'm hearing him like, you know, put it in the, and it's like, he's putting it all in the toilet.
Yeah.
Right? And I can like, you can like, I can't really see him doing it, but you can see the ankles, you know, like, and then the ankles moving, like he's like layering, he's layering a lot, which kind of made me feel like a little, I don't know, like a little street person-ish, because it's like, man, I only used one layer of toilet paper. You know, it's like, you could like literally hear me do it 3 times, like, back, right, left.
You always layer your toilet?
Yeah, I mean, I fold it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, you know, if it's 2-ply toilet paper, it's 4-ply. But if it's 1-ply toilet paper, I do pull out a little more and like wrap it.
Yeah.
But this guy was like, it was like he did it for like a minute. It was like, holy shit, he's over there sitting in luxury. That probably feels good. You know, it's like,
yeah.
So he finally, boom, he sits down, right?
Yeah.
And then what I can only guess what was happening based off of the sound that I was hearing.
Mm-hmm.
She starts blowing this guy.
Okay.
And it's loud.
Yeah.
Right? And she stops, she goes, "It's loud." He can hear us over there. He was like, "He can't hear us?" She's like, "He can hear us." And he goes, "Don't worry. I'll just start making sounds like I'm shitting." I swear to God. Like, I am giving you no exact, like, I'm not giving you any embellishment to this story.
Wait, how was she? She was like bent over at the hip?
So he was sitting on the toilet. She was on the side. So their feet were like perpendicular to each other.
Yeah.
Right? So she was on the side of him, and I'm guessing she was like bending down. And the only reason why she was doing that, in my opinion, because I'm guessing they do this shit a lot. Right? I don't think this is new for them, because they had a system.
Yeah.
So I think the reason why they do it like that is because where her feet were, it looked like she was on the side.
Yeah.
Well, you would have to assume she was leaning.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it just looked like she was standing in there while he was in there shitting.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But clearly, she's like 45 degrees at the waist.
Yeah.
You know, this is perfect. Nobody will know that I'm sucking your dick.
Yeah.
Right?
This is that's an interesting little fetish they have. Like.
It is. It's so bizarre.
Yeah.
It's so bizarre. So now.
Like, because they were concerned about you hearing them, but it's like, why are you doing it in a public rest stop if you don't want people to be, if this isn't like a voyeurism thing? Like,
Yeah.
Where are these?
Yeah, so
peaks coming
it's
from?
like they probably were like on a road trip, and they were like, he was like, oh. And
Stay in your car. What are they doing?
well, see, I thought about that too.
Yeah.
But like, think about when we were young, a young couple doing it in our cars outside and stuff. And one time, like right after we finished, like a cop rode by us.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe they got caught before.
Yeah.
And they don't want to risk that, you know, because
Okay.
like if we, you know, if I was capable of lasting any longer, you know, who knows what would have happened to us at that time, right? So now I'm in a situation where it's like, all right, listen, I'm thinking of ways to be courteous to them.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, man, like, why should I fucking be courteous to them? Like, they're the ones being rude. Like, I shouldn't have to be courteous about what I'm doing.
In the bathroom.
In the
what
bathroom.
you're supposed to be doing.
It's like, they shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
In the bathroom. So now I'm like, now I want them to fucking hear what I'm doing. So I pause my phone and just start going at it. Because I'm annoyed. I want them to stop and leave.
Yeah.
So I can do this in peace.
Yeah.
You know? So I pause my phone and I'm just blasting. Just blasting. It sounds like a pressure washer in there. I'm just going for it, right? And nothing over there. They're laughing at it. They think it's funny.
Yeah.
They're giggling. He's still going. But like it's funny because it's clearly the sounds of shitting and the sounds of getting blown, or you don't make the same sounds.
No.
Because he, in trying to like make it sound like he was shitting, he kept going into like the pleasure modes of getting blown, and he had to keep like stopping and going back and forth, which was hilarious. You know, it's like that was funny. So I'm like, I'm like, they're not gonna stop. You know, like, this is insane. They're not gonna stop. I'm not even halfway done. So I just put the phone back on and just keep watching.
Yeah.
Keep watching. So, and they start getting a little louder, a little like I can see like the way he was like planting his feet. I can only assume he was starting to like hump up into the blowjob. You know?
Yeah.
Where it's like, this is insane. Like, so I put the phone off again, and blast it again, right? So this was the final blast. Finished up. Leave the bathroom. As I'm leaving the bathroom, a man and his son are walking into the bathroom. Felicia's outside of the rest stop, like the bathroom, and I go, listen, you're not gonna believe me, but I promise you, there is a couple in there fucking in the bathroom. Like, I don't know if their goal is to fuck, but she's definitely in there sucking his dick. For sure, 100%. So she was like, did you see what they look like? I was like, I didn't see what they look like, but they're both wearing sandals.
With the socks.
Yeah, white sandals, red socks, black foam sandals, and I think also red socks. It was like, his socks were like red toe, but gray, red heel, and her socks were all red.
Yeah.
Right? So, it's like now, I was like, so that's what you're waiting for. You're waiting for this couple to come out.
Yeah.
Right? That's the sandals. The sandals, you know, like a couple, a man and a woman are coming out of that bathroom.
Yeah.
I promise you. Right? And now I'm a little nervous too because
they know your footwear.
And I'm wearing very distinct footwear. I'm wearing shoes that aren't really out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm wearing high top black and white Pumas. They're sick as fuck. They look like Air Force Ones a little bit.
Yeah.
But they're Pumas, so they had their own little distinct style, and you don't see those shoes very often.
Yeah.
I'm wearing the most rare shoe you could possibly be wearing.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, you know, over there ordering my food at the Burger King. You know, China also like, I want to see this couple too. Like Felicia's like waiting at the door.
Yeah.
Like she's waiting to see them as they come out. And so they come out, and we'll stop right here for a second. Ansley, what do they look like?
So initially I was like, oh, they're Hispanic. But like this behavior is so entitled. I'm like, oh, they're white. These are white people with the, especially like, I don't know, the socks and the sandals. I'm like, that's kind of a white behavior. So I'm going with a white couple. Okay,
so let's talk about this for a split second. The socks with the sandals is definitely a white guy behavior.
Yeah.
Right? But do you think socks with sandals, especially thong sandals, is a white woman behavior?
No.
Right?
Yeah.
It was weird, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I knew what they were because I could hear their voices. I knew immediately what they were.
Yeah.
Right? And they were a black couple. And they were one of those couples where it was like a shorter, skinny black guy and like a bigger, taller black woman.
Okay.
You know? But they were like definitely street people. They had like hood faces.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, like they moved like they were from the hood.
Yeah.
Like not that they used to live. They were hood. They were street people.
Yeah.
Currently street people. So they come out. You know, Felicia's like smiling ear to ear, like just looking at them, and then I don't know if they were going to come to Burger King, but as they come over there, they saw my shoes.
Yeah.
They just started laughing, like they're like looking at me, and I hear her go, "That's him."
How are they like, that's you, but what about them?
Yeah, I was like trying to not look at them. I was trying. Well, I looked at them, but I wouldn't look down at their footwear.
Yeah.
You know, because that would be the only. Because if I looked at their footwear, they'd be like, "He knows it's us."
Yeah.
You know, so I was trying not to look at the footwear, and they left.
Mm-hmm.
Right, they leave. So, and the reason why I think they left, I think they cut out early because the dad and the son went in there, and I think they were showing some respect.
Just not to you.
Yeah. Well, because like again, he's in there with his son, and the little boy. He clearly had a little boy voice.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And I don't know if they were shitting, like how they made this escape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they do it, and like, so I'm waiting for my food, and you know, going to the little convenience store over there while my food is cooking, and then I noticed, like right where the woman's bathroom is, there's a family bathroom.
Yeah.
They could have went into that family bathroom.
Yeah.
Did that, left, and not have to worry about anything. So now, like, me and Felicia are joking about how retarded these people are, like, or maybe like what kind of fetish they might have.
Yeah.
And I'm in the convenience store, so they went out one door.
Yeah.
Right, and chilled enough time for that son and dad to leave. They waited. The son and dad left out the same door that they left out of. They came back in the rest stop, but through the gas station now, and they changed their clothes slightly. They were now wearing sweatshirts.
Yeah.
You know, so like they're in disguise.
Yeah.
And they come back in and sneak back into the fucking bathroom.
What?
It was insane. Insane. Like that was my night. That was like
maybe they're like, maybe they both work, like could they both have worked at the rest stop and they were off and they were like getting their, like cheating on people?
I considered that. That was one of my major considerations. Like they know this rest stop. They know, but then it was like back when we were banging in public in weird places, it was like we knew weird shit too. We knew like the habits of things that, you know, or we thought we did, or we convinced ourselves that we did enough that we could just validate going to bang without worrying about whether or not we were seen.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I had no clue what I was involved in. I had no fucking clue. But it was insane.
Yeah.
It
Sounds
felt
pretty
insane.
crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, that's my contribution. Welcome to the jungle, people. 2 Jack Bros coming in hot.
Yeah.
Hot. You know, so that's what's up. What you got? you listen, don't even try to top that.
No.
We can't top that. I can't top that.
No.
And it was like one of those things like, when do I tell this story?
Yeah.
You know? Because I just gotta get it out of me. I can't hold it.
Just like the poop, huh?
Basically, I diarrheaed that story out of me. I told that story in 3 ways. Yeah.
Man, that's wild.
Yeah.
I wonder if they do that like every night. I want to know more about this sock sandal couple.
I do too. I definitely do too. They were interested. At the very least, they were interested. You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's. I mean, yeah. It was just. They were having so much fun.
Yeah.
You know.
Good for them. Are you happy for them?
I think good for them. I think good for them, but at the same time, it's like what kind of guy needs to get a blowjob so bad that he's getting it in a rest stop next to a dude clearly exploding out of his butt.
Yeah, man.
You know?
I've been near you when that's happening. Doesn't make me feel sexy.
No. Number 2, even if you didn't know that I was going to be exploding out of my butt, if I sit down in a stall next to somebody who is in a stall playing a phone loudly,
yeah,
I'm like, he's about to get it in.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't want to be in this stall.
Yeah.
You know, it's, and then, what kind of woman needs to suck a dick so badly?
Yeah, what? Yeah, there's a lot to judge here because rest stop bathrooms are disgusting. Like, I don't even want to go to the bathroom in them.
In theory. And traditionally.
Yeah.
Yes, that is the case.
But this is your rest stop. This is your Stockton.
This is Dick Stockton. This is Richard Stockton's rest stop.
So you're defending it.
I go here for a reason, right? Yeah, I cannot let you keep Yo, put some respect on his name. Put some respect on Richard Stockton's rest stop, all right?
All right.
It's probably the cleanest rest stop on 95.
Fair enough.
You know, it's one of the best. It's Grover Cleveland's good too.
Yeah.
But Dick Stockton is like probably the best.
I wonder if this is like their favorite rest stop too. They just drive up and down 95 corridor.
Yeah. What was what's the rest stop that's named after the sports coach? It's not Naismith. There's another one. I mean, I know the rest stops. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And like, if you're gonna get a blowjob or give a blowjob,
this is the one you recommend.
Yeah, Dickie Stockton. Yeah, go to Dickie Stockton, right?
Yeah.
And it was wild.
Yeah.
That was so wild. It was such a wild situation. But it was funny to me because I didn't get to take a by myself shit at any point.
No.
Like it was like I had to,
are you okay, sir?
basically, I had to engage with people for all of my shits that night, which is like, it's one of the things as like if you're a dad. When you leave the house, like anywhere, shit anywhere is pleasant because you don't have to engage with people.
Yeah. No.
No, they took that away from me. So it was, that was pretty ridiculous. That was fun. That was as much as that experience was awkward, I'm glad that I had it because it was like, as far as being an experience like that was very low impact for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't.
You were just the guy shitting.
Just the guy. Yeah, I was the guy shitting. And then their story.
Yeah, you were the guy shitting. Because they all left with a story.
Oh man, it doesn't matter how much he really dwells on the level of shitting I was doing.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna believe it.
No.
Nobody's gonna believe that a man was shitting that intense for that long. And they don't even know that was the third wave.
No.
They probably for sure thought that was my first wave. Man. They probably when I left, they were probably like, let's hurry up because he's gonna have to come back in here. There's no way he's done. It's gonna be one of those situations where once he stands up, his body's gonna be like, uh-oh. Yeah, that is wild. I'm honored.
You're honored.
I'm honored to be that guy in that story.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that guy has a life.
Yeah.
Right?
That guy's a dad.
That guy's a dad. That guy is a human, people. Put some respect on his game. Yeah. Man, that shitter has a family and a community of people that love and respect him. Mm-hmm. It's like, good Lord. I wasn't just a shitter, people. No. Yeah. So what's up? What's up, man?
Nothing?
Yeah, nothing. I mean, of course, it could have been a setup. They could have set me up like they did Nancy Pelosi.
What do you mean?
You hear about Nancy Pelosi's setup?
No.
Yeah, I love that you don't really follow political news.
You get to give me the good stuff.
So, Nancy Pelosi, she is. She is the Speaker of the House.
Yeah.
But she is also still a senator.
Yeah.
For California,
yeah.
And her district is San Francisco.
Yes.
So, the lockdowns in San Francisco are pretty severe. Like people can't even go to hair salons and stuff and get their hair.
Still.
Yes, to my knowledge.
Okay.
Right? And Nancy Pelosi she has an in, like the hair salon that she goes to on a regular basis. One of the people that do her hair from there. They were like, she needed a blow, like a wash and a blow.
Yeah.
So, which is first of all, that's not even the truth. You needed your hair dyed.
Yeah.
You're 80 million years old.
Yeah.
That is not the natural color of your hair. Go fuck yourself, Nancy Pelosi. This story is starting off with a lot.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, excuse me. So, she had this, is this rattling now that I hit my head on it? It's, so she had to get her but her hairdresser that had been hooking her up was going to her house.
Yeah.
Whatever reason, the hairdresser couldn't go to her house, but she was like, listen, I'll give you the number of another one of the hairdressers that work at that salon who'll be able to hook you up.
Yeah.
She started contacting this guy, I'm assuming he's gay, I don't know why I even said that. I just think it's pertinent to the story.
Do you?
You know, it's just, yeah. It's like, I don't want people to believe that I believe that heterosexual men are out there doing Nancy Pelosi's hair. It's not happening, right? So he tells her, like, listen, hey, how about we just go to the salon? Like, I have the key, and I'm pretty sure we're allowed to have one customer in the salon.
I'm pretty sure. You should be all the way sure.
Well, I don't know if I think he said we can.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's what goes to the idea of Nancy Pelosi's setup. Right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, how is this a setup? Like, she couldn't work with you. She gave you somebody else. He gave you that option. You could, but he's like, yeah, I could come to your house, but we could also do it at the salon because we can have one person at the salon.
And she's like, okay, I'll meet you.
Basically. So, you know, and she goes and there's a camera in the salon.
There's always a camera.
And it catches Nancy Pelosi coming from one room, going to another, with like her hair wet, no mask, and like tiptoeing into the room.
Like she looked like she was sneaking.
Well, I mean, it didn't look like she was sneaking, but also the way that the doorway worked is it was one of those doorways that had like a lifted bottom, so she had to step over a thing to get in. So she's a million.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure she walks. She always looks like she's sneaking.
Yeah.
You know, like that's how old people walk because it's like they're being so careful not to like break a hip. You know? Yeah. So, and boom, big thing. Like Nancy Pelosi, the hypocrite. Nancy Pelosi, like rules for ye but not for me, and like all this other stuff. It's like we told you that these liberals were hypocrites. This is the perfect example of it, and it's all blowing up on her. So she gets on TV and starts claiming that it was a setup.
Yeah.
Like they set her up.
Like who set her up? The hairdresser in the world?
Like the hairdresser, the owner of the salon who exposed the video.
Yeah.
She's pissed. Like you basically ruined her whole entire business.
Yeah.
And now you're getting your hair done in her business, which she's not even allowed to open to like pay her employees and like make a living herself. Yet you can go get your hair done here?
Yeah.
It's like, go fuck yourself. This is going to Tucker Carlson. You know, Fox News is getting this.
But it sounds like we should be mad at the hairdresser that told her to come there. Like he's the one that caused all the trouble.
Yeah, but she's the lawmaker.
Yeah.
She's the one that knows the actual rules.
She should know the rules. That's very true.
You know,
she's making the rules.
So she should be like, well,
it's not.
That's actually not the case. I'm a lawmaker.
Actually.
You know, but she's, fuck it, yeah, I love it. Using my power, I love it. That's what I'm here for. That's partially the reason why I work this hard, right? Yeah. Because, again, I'm not even mad at her.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like when you get caught, you just got to be honest about it. Like, yeah, you know, I was abusing my power, I got caught.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to move on from this.
Yeah.
Right? But she's like, no. I mean, I don't owe anybody an apology. As a matter of fact, they owe me an apology. Oh, no, she said, the only thing I should apologize for is being sorry that I got set up. And it was like, oh, I fucking love you, Nancy Pelosi.
I was going to say, isn't that your MO?
Yeah. It's like, listen, I don't agree with you politically, but whatever the fuck that is, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you say you're sorry to me?
Yeah. I think I'm the one that needs an apology. Thank you. Thank you. I'll wait.
Yeah.
It's like, gosh, Nancy Pelosi, are you trying to make me love you? What are you doing, Nancy Pelosi? So, I mean, that's basically it. And then, like, after that, then the salon owner went on to Tucker Carlson to be like, it wasn't a setup.
Yeah.
Here's what happened. Here's how it went down. Here's why I'm mad. It wasn't a setup.
Yeah.
And then Nancy Pelosi's like, I already said what I had to say about that.
Fair enough. Let's all move on. Come on now.
She is a fucking gangster.
Yeah. I don't think you get to be Speaker of the House without being a gangster.
Yeah. And it's like, people are like, oh, she's such a magnificent politician. It's like, I don't think that's what it is. I don't think, because it's like, she's not doing clever shit. Yeah. You know? It's just like, it's just hilarious. Yeah. She's just like, yeah, whatever, give me an apology. It's like, yeah, I fucked up, apologize. Which is, I mean, I fucks with that. I fucks with that heavy. So, yeah. So that's that. That's that. Are you still shaken by the
shit story?
The shit story?
It was a shit show, Cindy.
Yeah, it was a shit show. Yeah. Yeah. That's yeah. I mean, there is some other stuff that the news was this was her exact quote. She goes, "I take responsibility for being set up by a neighborhood salon I've been going to for years."
She takes responsibility for being set up. Nice.
Which is, I guess, like politically in this climate, that is savvy. Yeah. Because you have to you have to be heard saying, "I take responsibility."
Yeah,
you know? Because then you can they'll just use that clip.
Yeah,
you know, like the lip was like, "I take full responsibility," and
yeah,
you know, like end clip.
Yeah,
you know, but it's
I've been learning about Jinns.
Jinns?
Jinns, like DJINN. Jinns.
What is a jinn?
A jinn is like the Aladdin genie.
Oh,
Jinn, but
yes.
But jinns are an ancient creature that or I don't know if you should call it creature, but like they're responsible for so much folklore in every culture, and it's kind of crazy. And there's jinns are mentioned in the Quran multiple times and so there's their origin story is that Adam and Eve had 40 babies, and she was like, "Fuck, I can only take care of 20 of these."
Yeah.
So she lied.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah. So she lied to Adam and was like, "Oh, only 20 of them lived."
Yeah.
But out of all these babies, I feel like they were eggs. I don't know. Out of all these eggs, and if anybody knows a lot about this, I'm sure I'm messing it up really bad.
I know a decent amount about it.
Okay. So of all these babies that came out, there was different types of jinns.
Oh, well, I don't know. I didn't realize that the original jinn came from Adam and Eve.
No, because it was before that. They were existing in Sumatra, all the ancient cultures before this. But
Adam and
also
Eve, if we go historically, Adam and Eve were the first people.
So those appeared in the Quran. But there were stories of cultures that had them before the Quran was written.
Gotcha.
I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay. So and from all of these, there was there's a jinn that lives that likes to. There's a jinn that is similar to a dragon. There's a jinn that's similar to
a dragon baby.
Yeah. There's a fairy baby. There's a troll baby. There's so there's a jinn that relates to every kind of mythological creature that we recognize or know in folklore and stuff. And there's a jinn that likes to talk to babies. And when you see babies.
I need to pause for a second. Fourth wave. Give me a second. Woo! All right, jinn babies. Tell me about these jinn babies.
So there's a type of jinn baby that likes to talk to babies. So if you see, the babies when they're invisible friends or imaginary friends. But there's also jinns that live in the walls and stuff. And so I think it was in India. There was families, when you have we would say ghosts are in your house and won't leave you alone. So there was this Indian family that got so annoyed with the jinn living in their house that they sued it and took it to court, and they claimed it kept taking their cell phones and leaving them mean messages on their cell phones and just messing with them, and so they sued it.
Dude, I don't know if this is real, but that seems like a very Indian way to handle a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's what did the jinn represent itself in court?
I don't know. It didn't have any details of how this court case played out, but it happened.
You would have to assume that an Indian jinn has 5 degrees.
Yeah.
It's the jinn was a lawyer, a doctor, a podiatrist, and he also read faces.
Yeah.
It's he did astrology. It's yeah, man. Well, it's not working as an engineer though.
No.
That's ridiculous.
They ended up moving. Whatever
They lost the case.
They lost. They had to leave.
Oh my God, the jinn was a way better lawyer.
Yeah.
Than they were, because they were also lawyers.
Yeah. And they give people somebody might have 16 jinns, and they'll give families their jinns as a gift and stuff. There was one they did that too, but there was the little girl was the only one that they could talk to. So there was this little girl, and all these jinns were talking to him, and they go into people's bodies. One jinn told her that he wanted to understand what food tastes like.
Yeah.
So he went into her uncle's body, and he just sat down for a day and just ate and ate and ate and ate until he ate everything in the house.
Wow. I wonder if that's why Indians have so many degrees.
Because they're jinns, and they're I'm interested in it.
I've always been a science guy.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to know what happens with the law. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's what it is. I think we figured out why Indians have so many fucking degrees.
Yeah.
Because they have to. They have to keep their jinns, like, entertained and occupied.
Yeah.
Like, what happens if a jinn gets idle hands?
I don't know. I think they can be mean. I've got to learn more about them. I think they go the whole spectrum, you know?
Yeah, we gotta get on these jinns.
We need some? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, we probably have some.
You think we have some?
I think we have some. I think, I think there's something to the idea that, because we're a culture that doesn't acknowledge these things, that we can't see and experience them.
Yeah.
And then cultures that, if you don't get away from being able to see these things that are like in between worlds.
Yeah.
Maybe, and this is my speculation. I mean, there might be something more to all of this that we can't understand. There might be a dimension that, there's clearly glitches.
Yeah.
And you see weird shit happens all the time. Like, well, that was a glitch.
Yeah.
So.
Like your deja vu moments, and you're like weird. Like you have I have like this weird memory of when I was probably in like 4th or 5th grade, and I was like, I'd been playing, and I was like running home through woods, and it was like woods I'd run home through all the time. But I like ran through like this meadow that was like this, it was like this meadow doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But like I have this clear memory of it, and it's like I was just thought about that the other day, and I was like, what a weird, because I feel like it really happened. I'm like.
That was your meadow gin.
Yeah, my meadow gin.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, also, by the way, since I disclosed this very embarrassing story about me, when Anthony was a kid, she shit in the woods and she poked it with a stick. So how about that? Is that why your mind tried to make it a meadow every time you were into it?
Was it the same day, Sydney?
Or was it the same woods?
No.
Ah, okay.
See, I could have pooped in that woods. Nobody would have ever known. The woods I pooped in was like near my friend's house. That's not the woods you're supposed to poop in.
That's why you got exposed?
Yeah.
Anthony had to battle with that reputation all through college.
Only high school.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But like you were saying, I think it's the Quran that says, humans are made of clay,
mm-hmm.
and that the jinns are energy balls that are, made of, I forget what they said, like angel wings or something. It's not angel wings, but it's like what you're saying, like we're like rooted in the earth, and jinns are this like air bending, like magical energy that goes through all the dimensions and isn't tethered the way we are to earth.
That's something very interesting, because most origin stories start with the human being molded from the earth.
Yeah.
I think only in Christianity the woman is not, because the woman comes from the rib of the man. Yeah. But the man comes from the earth.
Yeah.
And then in all African, as far as I can tell, most African origin stories for man molded from the earth, the clay of the earth.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like all these disparate cultures with a very similar origin story for how man came about. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Mm-hmm. That is very interesting. So I don't know what we stumbled upon. Yeah. We're just out here.
I'm gonna learn more about it. I like it.
Yeah, we'll learn more about it. And we'll get back to all this. What are we at here? I think this is good. I think we're gonna end.
Yeah. You guys can all go home and think about the shit story.
Yeah.
I know I'm processing it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, people probably listen at home. It's like, I don't think people go to a place to listen
they
to
go to a rest stop to get their dick sucked and listen to our podcast.
Maybe they were rest stop jinns.
Maybe, maybe they weren't but Felicia saw them. That's good that you had somebody else see them.
Wait, no, only one person can see a jinn at a time?
No, that's not true.
Then why are you making shit up?
I was just saying it might just be you, but.
No, I think they were.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of jinns that like to play practical jokes and stuff. Like, you were having a night, like, can I just shit and by myself in private? And they were like, let's go do sexual things next to this shit.
You think there were sex jinns? Oral sex jinns?
Oral sex jinns, yeah.
You think Becky Falwell is an oral sex jinn?
What if jinns just take over people and make them do crazy shit like that?
Like Becky Falwell?
Yeah.
Oh,
or
no.
Sex jinns out there.
Becky Falwell, at least with 2 Jack Bros, she's never going to live that down.
No.
She's a staple in my heart and mind.
Yeah.
It's
she's ruined all Beckys for me.
Yeah, Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Becky, the name Becky wasn't doing too hot anyway. Like, Becky was very close to being what we call Karens.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But, like, ironically, in the black community, like back in the day, they used to call Becky's like a white girl that would suck a black guy's dick and
Really?
like still black men by sucking their dicks.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Black people are more connected to like the ethereal energy.
Ethereal energy.
Ethereal energy.
You just think black people are jinns.
They are.
You're like, they're not real, right? They're not real. I mean, there's just like these fake people claiming that their lives matter. It calls all this ruckus going around burning down cities and shit. They're jinns, right?
They're jinns.
They're jinns.
All this chaos. I had a friend named Becky when I was little, and she was a liar. Like, that's how. And she just lied to me. She was like, my dad was in a war, and he had a bullet in him, and I'm dying. And like, I remember going home, I'm like, Becky's dying. My mom's like, no, she's not. And I'm like, but she told me she was.
It's like, ooh, man. It's so funny to me that like white kids don't know what liars are for such a long time.
And then she stole my Weird Al my Weird Al tape.
Weird Al
Yankovic. Yeah.
Yankovic.
Yankovic.
Yeah. It's not a
He's a jinn. He's a jinn.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
He's a Jewish jinn?
A Jewish song jinn.
Okay. Alright. Well, music jinn over here. All right, we're gonna close up shop. We're gonna do these shout outs real quick.
Yeah.
Shout out Mike Butler, Mike Levy, Liz Bott, Doc, Kevin Stevens, Julian from Canada, and his wife, Meg.says.so on Instagram, and her podcast, So and Tell. And Kevin Lau, Mary Jo, Nicole, Janelle, Raj, Courtney, Rick. Welcome back, Coach Rick. Oh yeah, that was exciting. Andrew Pace, Keith Butts, Kyle Hancock, Erica Daniels, Levi Mercer, Justin Masabi, Ezekiel Ellis, Logan, Brian, Joe, Rob, Joe Francis, Graham. I did you early, Graham. I don't know why I did that. Because Joe Francis hits his girlfriend's company, Saved by the Reef. Go get your reef needs met. TJ James, our man down under, holding us down.
Yeah.
You said I could say that. And then Nick Cupsey and his 2 books, Lost in the Mail and The 5 People You Meet in Wawa. Funny guy. This old guy, still remember who you are. Kevin Bruno, Chris Bruno, Kevin McGran, now Graham Hoffman, Chris Tucker, Derek Towson, that's my brother.
Yeah.
We have different last names. I'll explain later. And my man put me in a shrimp coma.
Yeah.
Shout out Sean Dowdy.
Yes.
Welcome to the shout outs, dude. You feed me, you get shout out. That's just how it works. That's just how it works. All right. Everybody, thank you so much for listening. You're currently listening to Circadian Clock and Melissa Vile Kingdom and her band Crush It right now. They're awesome. Check out their music. And thank you so much. We love you guys. We out.
See ya.
Woo, boy.
Yeah. She got you.